Assalamualaikum and good morning. We are from Group 7. We would like to present our company, Netx Holding Berhad. First, we'll go through with our team. We have Nur Aznisha binti Nur Hisham, Nur Humairah binti Qayyal Azlam, Nur Fitri Alfina binti Yazid, Nur Shazwani binti Fad Basman, and Safia Umairah binti Zulhusni. First, introduction. So here is the sum overview of Netx Holding Berhad of non-current asset. So we have Netx Holding EFT POS, Netx Holding Hardware and Software, Netx Holding Machinery, Netx Holding Furniture and Fittings, and Netx Holding Office Equipment. The vision and mission of Netx Holding Berhad are disrupting existing industries through innovation technologies and to challenge markets by driving innovation and consumer adoption that will bring greater value of societies.
Hi, I'm Safia Umairah. Now, I would like to explain about MFRS 116, Property, Plant and Equipment. Firstly, about initial measurement. PPE is initially measured at its cost. The group used historical convention and modified to include other base of valuation as disclosed. Secondly, subsequent measurement. PPE is measured as per either cost model or regulation model. At the cost model, the CA of PPE is measured at its cost less any accumulated depreciation and accumulated impairment losses. Next, list of property, plant and equipment. For example, building, tractor and motor vehicles, plants and machinery, office equipment, furniture and fixture. Next, about the recognition. The cost of an item of PPE shall be recognized as asset if and only if it is probable the future economic benefits associated with the item will flow to the entity. The cost of the item can be measured reliable. Now about the implementation of MFRS 116. Firstly, depreciation is systematic allocation of the depreciable amount of an asset in useful life. The group decided in order to write off the depreciable amount of assets over the estimated useful life using a straight line method. Next, about the impairment, the group determines whether an item of the PPE and right-of-use assets is impaired by evaluating the extent to which the recoverable amount of the assets is less than its carrying amount. Next, about the MFRS 15, revenue from contract with customer. They have the 5 steps in order to apply the core revenue principle. Firstly, identify the contract with the customer. Secondly, identify the performance obligates in the contract. Thirdly, determine the transaction price. Next, allocate the transaction price to the performance obligate. Lastly, recognize revenue when the entity satisfies a performance obligation. So now about the criteria of transfer control of a good service. The customer simultaneously receives and consumes the benefit provided as the group performs. The group performance creates or enhances an asset that the customer controls as the asset is created or enhanced. The group performance does not create an asset with an alternative use and the group has an enforceable right to payment for performance complete to it. So this is the implementation of MFRS 15. Firstly, about the identification of the contract. MFRS 15 requires entities to identify contracts with customers. This involves assessing the terms of the contract, including the rights and obligation of both parties, to determine if it meets the criteria for recognition under the standard. Next, about the revenue recognition. Revenue recognition occurs as the entity certifies each performance obligation. MFRS 15 provides guidance on when revenue should be recognized. Idea or return or at a point in time based on the transfer of control to the customer. So here is the MFRS 137 provision, contingent liability and contingent assets. So the firstly is about provisions. A provision is a present obligation arising from past events likely to require resources outflow and must be recognized under MFRS 137 with the amount corresponding to the best estimate of expenditure. Next, about the contingent liability is a likely obligation based on past events dependent on unknown future events. MFRS 137 requires disclosure in financial statement unless resources are outflowed is unlikely. Lastly, contingent assets. Contingent assets are potential economic benefit come from the uncertain future events not recognized in financial statement unless unlikely to occur and occur to the entity. This is the implementation of MFRS 137. Measurement of provisions. Provisions are measured at the best estimate of the expenditure required to settle the present obligation at the reporting date. This involves considering all relevant information available, including risks and uncertainties.
Okay, my name is Nur Humairah binti Qayyal Azlam, S2 Person and Number Okay, I will delve into the heart of our company's financial performance through a comprehensive financial ratio analysis. Okay, financial ratio analysis is a fundamental method used to evaluate our company's financial health and performance. By analyzing this financial ratio from our financial statement, we gain valuable insights into our liquidity, solvency, profitability, and overall financial position. Okay, the quick ratio and current ratio are crucial liquidity ratio that assess our ability to meet short-term obligation properly. Our quick ratio is 2.95, while our current ratio is 3.34, indicating our strong liquidity position. Okay, moving on to leverage ratio, the LT debt to equity ratio and total debt to equity ratio show our debt levels related to equity. Our LT debt to equity is 15.22%, and our total debt to equity ratio is 23.44%, reflecting a balanced debt to equity structure. Okay, by scrutinizing this financial ratio, our investor, analysts, and stakeholders can gain a deep understanding of our financial model, cash generation capacity, debt management strategies, and overall financial performance. It's evident that we are on a solid financial footing, poised for sustainable growth and success. As comparative matrices, our company has compared for items is revenue growth, gross profit margin, other income, and administrative expenses. Okay, first revenue growth. Our group revenue starts from RM 30.65 million in 2022 to RM 16.83 million on the 2023 FAR2 driven by increase in sale in the non-LT dependent service segment, particularly network equipment and infrastructure projects secures. Okay, second, gross profit margin jumped from 32% to 50%, mainly due to higher margin project in the non-electronic payment service segment, boosting our profitability. Okay, third, other income rose to RM 12.5 million, up from 9.37 million, driven by higher interest income and reversals of payroll and other accruals. Okay, for last, administrative expenses increased to RM 26.94 million compared to RM 80.97 million, attributed to higher operating and marketing expenses and amortization of intangible assets. This result reflects our group's Netx holding Berhad is have a strong performance and strategy initiative. Let's capitalize on this achievement for continued growth and success.
My name is Wan Roshazani and I will explain about the evaluation of non-current assets performance. The property, plant and equipment of Netx Holdings Berhad encompass various categories with specific useful lives. These categories include F-post terminals, which the equipment used for electronic funds transfer at point of sale with estimated useful life of 8 years. Office equipment includes items like desks, chairs and printers with a useful life ranging from 3 to 10 years. Furniture and fitting in offices or facilities with useful life varying from 2 to 10 years. Machines and equipment with an estimated useful life of 2 years. Software and hardware device that lasting around 5 years. Renovation with useful life from 2 to 10 years. Lastly, equipment and kitchen utensils with lasting approximately 3 years. These categories represent the diverse range of assets that contribute to Netx Holdings Berhad's operational infrastructure and efficiency. The recognition criteria for PPE is future economic benefits probability, which assets must be demonstrate a probability of generating future economic benefits to the entity. The criterion ensures that only assets with anticipated economic value are recognized on the company's balance sheets. Other than that, reliability of measurement, which the cost of PPE assets must be measurable reliably. This criterion emphasizes the importance of accurately determining the initial cost of acquiring or constructing assets and tracking their subsequent depreciation and impairment. The cost recorded at historical cost of 30,385,896 ringgit. These assets are depreciated based on a straight line method over their estimated useful life, with the accumulated depreciation being 9,996,625 ringgit. If an asset's carrying amount is greater than the estimated recoverable amount, it is written down immediately to its recoverable amount. Assessing fiscal stability involves considering the role of non-current assets in reflecting the financial health of Netx Holdings Berhad. The net carrying amount of non-current assets totaling 3,388 and 2,021 ringgit as of December 13, 2023 indicates the value of these long-term assets to the company. Proper management of non-current assets is crucial for maintaining fiscal stability and ensuring that these assets contribute positively to the company's financial well-being. Effective strategy implementation at Netx Holdings Berhad positively influences the performance of non-current assets. Aligning strategies with financial reporting standards, particularly MFRS, is essential for ensuring transparency and accuracy in financial reporting. The company's dedication to compliance with MFRS standards reflects its commitment to sound financial practices and governance. Intangible assets are also a non-current asset of Netx Holdings Berhad, which related to software programs developed and acquired for internal use or customer-facing applications. On the other hand, intangible assets representing costs incurred in the development of new products, processes or services. Also, intangible assets associated with registered trademarks or brand names used by the company to distinguish its products or services. The recognition criteria for intangible assets are probability of expected future economic benefits, which and the entity must demonstrate that it is probable that the expected future economic benefits that are attributable to the asset will flow to the entity. Reliable of measurement, which the cost of the asset must be able to be measured reliably. The measurement methodologies of intangible assets are initially recorded at a historical cost of 25,665,001 ringgit, representing the cost of acquiring or developing these assets. The company used a straight line method to depreciate the intangible assets over their estimated useful lives, spreading the cost evenly over time. The accumulated amortization amounting to 5,328,625 ringgit reflects the total depreciation expense recognized for the intangible assets to date. The accumulated impairment of 16,707,420 ringgit indicates any reduction in the value of the intangible assets due to impairment losses recognized over the time. Intangible assets, including application software, development costs and trademarks, are valuable contributors to the company's fiscal stability. The carrying amount of intangible assets of 13 November 2023 stands at 5,628,956 ringgit, reflecting their importance to the company. Proper management and strategic utilization of intangible assets are essential for maintaining and enhancing fiscal stability. By acknowledging the significance of intangible assets and their effective management, Netx Holdings Berhad aims to strengthen its financial position and sustain long-term growth and success. Effective strategy implementation enhances the performance and value of intangible assets, such as application software, development costs and trademarks. Aligning strategies with financial reporting standards, particularly in recognizing and measuring intangible assets reliably, is crucial for accurate financial reporting. Netx Holdings Berhad's commitment to compliance with MFRS standards in managing intangible assets underscores the company's dedication to transparency and accountability. By emphasizing strategy alignment with financial standards and effective management of intangible assets, Netx Holdings Berhad aims to leverage these valuable assets for sustained growth and competitive advantage. Investment properties include land that is held for the purpose of generating rental income or capital capital appreciation. Investment properties also encompass buildings held for rental income or capital appreciation, which may include commercial, residential, or mixed-use properties. The recognition criteria for investment properties are probability of future economic benefits. It is probable that the future economic benefits that are associated with the investment property will flow to the entity. Next, reliable measurement, which the cost of the investment property can be measured reliably. Investment properties are initially recorded at a historical cost of 48,154,358 ringgit, representing the cost of these properties. The straight line method is used to depreciate investment properties over the time, with accumulated depreciation amounting to 8,698,003 ringgit. This method evenly splits the cost of the properties over their estimated useful lives. By employing these measurement methodologies, Netx Holdings Berhad ensures a systematic approach to valuing and managing its investment properties, maintaining accurate financial reporting and asset valuation. The assessment of fiscal stability at Netx Holdings Berhad involves recognizing the importance of investment properties in contributing to the company's financial stability. Fiscal stability assessment help for rental income and capital appreciation are significant assets that bolster the company's fiscal stability. The group's investment properties amount to 39,456,355 ringgit as of 30 November 2023, indicating their substantial value to the company. Proper management and valuation of investment properties are vital in upholding and enhancing the company's fiscal stability. By acknowledging the pivotal role of investment properties and their effective management, Netx Holdings Berhad aims to fortify its financial position and ensure sustainable growth and profitability. By acknowledging the pivotal role of investment properties and their effective management, Netx Holdings Berhad aims to fortify its financial position and ensure sustainable growth and profitability. In the evaluation of strategy implementation at Netx Holdings Berhad, effective management of investment properties plays a crucial role in enhancing the company's financial performance and fostering growth. By aligning strategies with financial reporting standards, particularly focusing on reliable measurement and valuation methodologies, the company ensures transparency and accuracy in reporting its property assets. Netx Holdings Berhad commitment to utilizing the cost model for valuation and engaging in external valuers underscores a strategic approach to property management, highlighting the company's dedication to operational excellence and compliance with industry standards. Through these strategic initiatives, Netx Holdings Berhad aims to optimize the performance of its investment properties and drive sustainable growth in the real estate sector. Based on the analysis of the image, it appears to be a page of annual report showcasing the corporate structure of Netx Holdings Berhad. The diagram illustrates the relationships between the parent company, Netx Holdings Berhad, and its various subsidiaries. The structure is presented is a clean and minimal design, utilizing solid and dotted lines to represent different types of relationships. Netx Holdings Berhad is depicted at the top of the structure, indicating its position as the parent or holding company. Directly beneath it are several wholly owned subsidiaries, including Zen Life Sendirian Berhad, Zen Exco Sendirian Berhad, Artintas Sendirian Berhad, and others. Additionally, there is one subsidiary, Sunset Burger Holdings Sendirian Berhad, with a 51% ownership stake. The diagram showcases the interconnectedness of the companies, with some entities being subsidiaries of others, which are in turn owned by Netx Holdings Berhad. For example, Zen Pay Sendirian Berhad has a 60% ownership stake in E-Micro Capital Sendirian Berhad, and there is a dotted line suggesting an alternative or additionally connection between E-Micro Capital Sendirian Berhad and other entities. The visual representation of the corporate structure is valuable for stakeholders such as investors to gain an understanding of how the corporate group is organized and the composition of its entities.
Thank you. For the last topic, I will discuss about strategic implication of MFRS standard. There are two strategies that provided by our company. First is how MFRS practice influence fiscal stability. So, the first one, enhance transparency and accountability. MFRS practice promote transparency in financial reporting by providing standardized guidelines for preparing and presenting financial statement. This transparency enhances the visibility of an entity's financial position, performance, and cash flow, enabling stakeholders to make informed decisions. By ensuring accurate and reliable financial information, MFRS practice contribute to greater accountability in financial management, reducing the likelihood of financial mismanagement and fraud. 2. Risk management and contingency planning. MFRS practice require entities to assess and disclose risks, provision, contingent liabilities, and contingent assets in their financial statement. By providing a framework for identifying and managing financial risks, MFRS practice help entities to mitigate potential threats to fiscal stability. Effective risk management and contingency planning based on MFRS guidelines enable entities to anticipate and address financial challenges, enhancing their resilience to economic uncertainties. Next, the second strategies that our company provide is adaptation to economic challenges through MFRS compliance. Our company do a scenario planning and sensitivity analysis. We conduct scenario planning and sensitivity analysis to assess the potential impact of economic challenges on financial performance. By considering various scenario and analysis sensitivity to key variables, entity can proactively identify risks and opportunity, enabling them to adjust their strategies and financial reporting practice in line with MFRS requirements. The last one is strategic asset management. We optimize asset management strategies to enhance liquidity, reduce risk exposure, and maximize returns. Entities can strategically manage their non-current asset in accordance with MFRS standards to improve asset utilization, minimize depreciation costs, and enhance the overall financial health of the organization in the face of economic uncertainties.
So, in conclusion, the financial performance indicators reflect a positive trajectory with significant improvements in the key areas despite the higher operating costs. Intangible assets are vital to the company's financial health, and strategic management of these assets is essential for continued fiscal stability and compliance with financial reporting standards. Netx Holding Berhad demonstrates solid liquidity and a conservative leverage position, indicating strong financial health and prudent management. That's all from us. Thank you.